Hi, my name is Jason Soares. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 28. We're going to go over why puppies should be expensive. We're going to go over French Bulldogs, English Bulldogs. We're going to go over the Milkman, the Sugar Man, some of our new studs, comparing French Bulldogs to English Bulldogs, size relations, and so much more. The kennel, why we did, how we did it, how to help you. So stay tuned and get ready. Sugar Man is amazing, okay? He is awesome. I love him. You will see him in a second. But the reason I say mini or micros, I'm not sure if he's going to be mini or micro yet. Right now, he's on pace tracking based on his age to be right around, I think he's 6 months now, so he's looking like he's going to be a micro. Either a very big micro, which is not big, probably like 11.2 inches, or a very, very small mini. Either way, I don't care what that, he's going to be very small. He's going on 6 months. He might already be 6 months, so he's getting pretty much close to full height. He's now going to start to fill in. He is all white. He is a King Escobar son. He is the sweetest, nicest, funniest, cutest boy. And I think enough of that of the hype train. Let's just show you him right now. Okay, let's go see him and show him. And this is the Sugar Man. What's up, boy? Sugar, come. Tell me that's not the best name in the world. All white. He's a blue tri-carrier, maybe chocolate carrier, so he might be a triple carrier, but he's a true platinum. He's amazing. Gorgeous little boy. And I take pride on him looking this amazing at this stage of his life, because he is 1000% in that ugly stage of his life. He got scared. Oh, my boy. He's 100% in that ugly stage of his life where they're lankier, they're not thick. I've always talked about this before. Like, pretty much 3 to 4 months, that age, until about 12 months, that's ugly stage. And then 12 months to 12 months, 1 year to 2 years is when they really start to get good looking. But he's really small. He's fat. He just ate a bunch, drank a bunch of water, everything. But he's really nice. I love the all white. I know colors, last down my list. But for me, I have the structure, I have the temperament, I have the functionality. So I like certain colors. And I love the traditional white. He's King Escobar son, super sweet, super playful. He's my little boy, moves great. Strong hind end, strong front end. I mean, he's just great. And then he's only up from here because he looks so good at 6 months in that ugly teenage age. At 2 years old, this boy is going to be a monster, like a little mini monster. But this is the Sugar Man. I had to show him off. My platinum boy. And they call this platinum. He's all white, but he's really a color carrier, and he's really nice. Nice rope, nice head, nice everything. We'll see how he grows up. We'll definitely be tracking his progress and everything. But let me know what you think about him. If you have any questions on him, let's rate him 1 through 10 at 6 months. Keep in mind though that he is 6 months old, so there's no guarantee with dogs, animals in particular, but you can only just set yourself up statistically. And I know that personally, based on his mom, based on his dad, based on how he's looking, I see a very low probability of this boy being anything but spectacular. Right, boy? Right, Sugar? And Sugar Man's awesome. All white. We already got the Milkman. This is the Milkman's half brother, the Sugar Man. Let me know in the comments what you think on 1 through 10. Let's rank them. Let's go. So we got the pump. He is, in my opinion, a super good looking, structurally sound. And I've been looking for a long time. Frenchie. He's 6 weeks old. He's gonna be our stud. We are gonna stud him out. He's a lilac and tan. We got him from a person I've been talking to a long time who I think breeds for all the aspects I stand for: structure, health, temperament, functionality. Does a really good job with his dogs. It's Royal Foreign Bulldogs. I believe I will tag him. And anyway, that being said, this is the pump, or pump for short. We got him because we're gonna use him as a stud, and I have a lot of people ask me for Frenchies, and I never really want to put my name on one because I haven't seen it. But this boy, I've seen his parents. I'm gonna grow him up. I'm gonna raise him, and we're gonna, if he grows up great and looks good structurally, functionally healthy, temperament, functionally, all that stuff, we will use him as a stud. But that being said as well, I got him because he's so cute. Look at those ears are perfect. His structure's he's tiny. He's a true mini Frenchie as well. But I got him because it's gonna be a good way to showcase our Bulldogs. A lot of times people, not a lot of times, every single time, I can say this with 100% certainty, anyone has ever come to our facility, they have said, oh my God, the dogs are way smaller in person. They do not, pictures, videos not do them justice, because since they look thick, they look bigger, but they are not bigger. And having a small Frenchie in relation to the Bulldog is gonna help you see, man, those Bulldogs are small, because the Bulldogs are gonna be not much bigger than him or the same size as him, some of them, depending on which ones you're talking about. And also today, I have a treat. I brought in a Frenchie, not my Frenchie, not any relation to the pump, but I brought him in so you can see adult Frenchie next to some of the boys, next to some of the adult dogs, and you can see the difference in dogs, and you can really see how small our dogs are. What's up, Pump? This boy is so cute though. Let me know in the comments, 1 through 10, what's the Pump? If you know anything about Frenchies or your experience with Frenchies, let me know what you think about the Pump structurally. I've been studying Frenchies for a long time, looking at him based on what I see from him, his structure, his back, his everything. We'll get obviously more video of him running around and stuff. His ear set, I love him. So let's get into it. Let's go show you some adult Frenchie with some of the mini micro Bulldogs that we have, and let's show you more of the Pump right now. Okay, so let's get ready for this. So it sounds counterintuitive, but it's really not when you think about long term. And there's also lots of other benefits as well too, getting an expensive puppy. And there's reasons why you want to get an expensive puppy, of course within reason, but just common sense and coming from a breeder that has done this for a long time, has been around dogs my whole life, you cannot properly raise a Bulldog on a low budget. You cannot properly make the decisions on a low budget. And I'm gonna get more in depth to that. But just as simple as food, the proper food for a dog that dog should eat and be healthy, and if you have good ethics, is expensive. And if you're, me, it's even more expensive. And of course, like, I don't really expect everyone to be like me as far as like putting blueberries, fresh eggs, blueberries, and mixing all kinds of different things in their food to make sure they get the best food possible. And there's a lot of reasons why I do that. Obviously, I prefer prevention over treatment, but let's not get into that. But the food alone is one. And if you want to get a dog from someone and you want to make sure that they have good ethics, you want to make sure the dog is treated right, you want to support that. At least me personally, like I don't want to support anything that I wouldn't do. I don't want to support anything that is bad with kids, bad with animals, bad with anything. So that being said, if you can purchase a Bulldog for, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw a number, 1,000, 2,000, whatever. If you're going to purchase a Bulldog for 1,000, 2,000, most likely that Bulldog's not coming from quality care, quality facilities, quality service, and so on. And that being said too, like, most likely it's probably coming from someone that's not experienced and probably has a second job, third job, whatever, and they're not devoting their full time to fully enveloping themselves with Bulldogs. Like for me, for example, Bulldogs are my favorite thing, my main thing, and I love them. And because of that, I've been able to educate myself extremely on them, breed properly, and do it in the most ethical way possible. But the three main reasons you want to get a properly bred Bulldog is one, quality care, okay, quality service, and quality puppy. Those are the three main reasons. Quality care, it's the environment of the dog, it's the food of the dog, it's the medical accommodations of the dog, it's everything so that the dogs, puppies, everything get the best treatment possible. And this goes into, like, for example, if a person's spending the money on making sure the dog's examined, making sure the dog's health checked, making sure all these things, that's gonna lead into the puppy coming from a better heritage, a better line, and better genetics. That's one. Quality service, when you're paying, when you usually get what you pay for. So if you're paying for a high-end puppy, regardless if it's a Doberman, whether it's a German Shepherd, English Bulldog, whatever, it pays off in the long run, as far as, like, you know, you're gonna have access to that person. You got quality care, which is food, facilities, everything overall with dealing with a puppy. You got quality service, and the last one is quality puppy, and that's the most important thing, because, for example, here's a little story, and this is something that costs a lot of money, and this is why you have dogs that are poorly bred, because bad things will happen. For example, let's say Dobermans. Dobermans are known for having bad hips. A breeder has 3 Dobermans. 1 or 2 of them has bad hips. They raise those dogs, and they don't find out until the dog's 2 years old. Dobermans, you can't get the hips tested until 18 months. So now you have a decision to make: restart, and you can't use those dogs. You paid lots of money for those dogs. You invested lots of time, lots of energy, lots of feedings, lots of everything, and you want to breed them. Or now they're just going to be pets, and you have to get a whole new line because those ones are bad. And most breeders, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but this is statistics. Most breeders are going to breed those Dobermans. Same thing with English Bulldogs. You have an aggressive Bulldog, grows up aggressive, and then, you know, or 2 or 3 or 1, and then you spend a lot of money, do all those things like, I'm just going to breed it, whatever. And then you produce more badly behaved Bulldogs. And this goes with anything. Luxing Patella with the Bulldogs, the Cherry Owl, all these things. And people will get these dogs and they have a lot of problems overall, and then decide, because, you know, money talks and all this stuff, that they breed them. But what's the more ethical and more expensive thing to do is, way more expensive, is you have a Bulldog. For example, I've had a Bulldog, female Bulldog, top Bulldog, grew up, had a problem, didn't breed it, became a pet. And that's the most expensive thing to do, but also that makes the biggest difference in the quality and consistency of your pups, is being able to have a dog grow up, not be up to standard. And sometimes, and for example, there's some people, maybe you have a dog that has cherry eye, and my whole thing is this dog as an overall package good for the breed and gonna better the breed? That's my whole thing. So if there is one little thing, for example, the dog didn't have the most perfect feet, the dog had a cherry eye, then, and that's hereditary, and it doesn't even matter if it came from the parents or not, but but the overall package of dog is amazing, then we might breed it with a dog that we make sure complements the problem of the dog. That's the only thing. But a lot of times, like with certain things like Luxing Patellas, aggressive towards kids, bad movement, bad hips, weak back, all these things, one of those things is enough that the dog should never be bred. It's a pet dog, and breeding that dog is going to lead to bad things for the puppies in the future, and set those puppies up for problems. So that's the most expensive thing, and that's a thing that you pay for in the long run when you get a high-end, quality, reputable, from a consistent breeder. So in long run, getting an expensive Bulldog is going to save you time, money, and heartache in the future. Fact. 100%, statistically speaking, okay? Yes, there's people that will get an inexpensive Bulldog and have the best experience ever, pay more and get a bad experience, but normally, statistically speaking, you get what you pay for, and if you make sure you do your research beforehand as well too, then you're setting yourself up to have a healthy, loving, all the best things the Bulldogs are, the funny Bulldog you want. So make sure you think about that in the future. And if you can't spend, a decent amount for a Bulldog and get from a reputable breeder, I would recommend waiting and/or getting another breed, adopting a dog, whatever you think is good for you, best for you. But again, I have a lot of doubts. I have a lot of warning on never trying to get a cheaper line dog, whether it be any of those dogs, because normally it's not going to pay off in the long run. So season 2 we've added tons of things, and as season 2 goes, we're gonna get into it more detail on every single thing, because there's a lot of stuff, and we took a little bit of time off. But that being said, big things we did. One, we did the outside pens. They are not 100% done yet, but they're getting there. We have 3 huge pens. It's like a ½ acre alone, just of pens for the dogs. And the reason we did 3, we made them nice. We did it with wood boarding and the super high end. I think it's like no climb fence. It's like 2x4 gapped fence, really high quality. We laid it in the ground so dogs can't dig under. Being able to dictate and control the dogs as far as like keeping them where you want to keep them is very important as far as safety goes. And we did 3 because sometimes you'll have females in the heat, you have males, you want to separate certain things. And like I've said before, you never want to keep a bunch of dogs, like let's say honestly, in my opinion, I never want to keep more than 2 dogs by themselves for too long, because just like little kids, they can get into a lot of mischief. Maybe 3 if they've been there for a long time, if they've been together for a long time, but not more than that. So we got the fencing. Here's some of the nice gates we got there. See, they're not up, but as you can see, got the 3 board, nice fence. You know, it looks nice from the outside, and then the really sturdy fencing inside that's buried down in. And I made it like this certain height too. I think it's 42 inches, so you can still reach over, touch the dogs. The dogs have their own place. You can see that we have this is 1 pen, then 2 pen, and then 3 pens. We gotta put one of the doors right there. But this took a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort. Did the whole back side as well. Put the black mesh, and we're gonna put black mesh there on other places too. It makes it so, because the bulldogs, when they see stuff, sometimes they'll like try to get to it, so it makes it so they're not tempted.
They don't tell you when you start breeding dogs that you are now a general contractor, a woodworker, a waste management person, a engineer, architect, all in one when you're dealing with dogs. I'm not complaining though. I love it. Working on the DaBestBulls ranch.
And then we also added more chickens, a lot more chickens, because I like to give the dogs at least 1 egg a day. Every dog gets at least 1 fresh, hard-boiled egg a day, and organic from our chickens, everything. So we expanded the chicken coop, added 2 more different roost things, and then cage that in as well too. We have a lot of chickens now. We probably went from 20 chickens to about 60 plus chickens. And now we're gonna start getting a lot more eggs. Obviously they were all babies, so now we're about to start more eggs. We even have, let me see if I can catch one of these fluffies. I love the fluffies. Ooh. Look at, I think they're called silkies, but I call them fluffies. They're so pretty. They lay eggs too. They're all nice. My daughter plays with them. And so they have a bunch of spaces. They have big space here. We have ducks too, for duck eggs. They have other spaces here where we're sort of raising some of the little ones. So some younger ones and some roosters there. So, and then we also let them out in the whole yard as well too. So they have this big, they have 3 coops, a common yard, and then they go and clean out the whole yard for bugs too. So the chicken coop is always getting upgraded. We're gonna up our egg production. Look, we got eggs. There's eggs everywhere. These guys need to lay their eggs in their boxes. Look at eggs. Eggs, and we have all different colors too. Look at white, blue, brown. And like I said, season 2, we have a lot of things we're gonna be talking about, showing everything. And I try not to bore too much, because like obviously I know Bulldogs is my thing and I love doing it. I go above and beyond on a lot of things. But like I always do, rationality first, functionality first. And for example, on the pens we built, you know, we have the wire is 8 inches into the ground at a 45. And if you don't know this, and I explain it, the 45 makes it so now when the dogs dig, they always, you know, dogs or animals, if they're digging next to a fence, they only go up to the fence. They dig, as soon as they hit, you know, that wire, they stop. They think it's, you know, they can't get there. Little do they know, they just gotta back up about 1.5 feet and then dig and go under. But animals don't do that, they go right up to the edge. So things like that, above and beyond, but that's really smart because Bulldogs do dig, and they will dig out from under depending on the Bulldog. So yes, I'm showing like our facilities, but at the same time, for dogs, if you have dogs, this is also going to add added benefits. So when I go over the inside of the kennel, yes, we did crazy stuff, but at the same time, there's a lot of rationality behind everything. My first thing is to make sure it's good for the dogs and keep the dogs happy, healthy, and safe. And then I like to go above and beyond and just add a little stuff. Hey, first time Milkman meets a Frenchie. Look at him, look at him. Wow, what's up? So this is my Grey Bulldog and a actually very nice size Frenchie, very nice Frenchie. And look at, they're the same size. Now, same height, same length. Milkman's 10 pounds heavier, you know? Bodybuilder, speed runner. Look at them though, they're funny. I'm gonna get some content of them. President's it's smaller in every aspect, shorter, lighter, shorter back, everything. This boy right here, his name's Dudley. He's my mom's stud. He's very nice, and he's not big. He's not a big Frenchie at all. He's very nice, very thick. As you can see though, the English Bulldogs are the same size, just thicker versions. As you saw, the Frenchie, that was a really good looking Frenchie. Not big at all. He's actually very, very short. And even then, Milkman was shorter, President was shorter. President was overall smaller in every way. Milkman was just shorter, bigger boned. I don't ever like a lot of people like to say, or ask the weight of a Bulldog, and that sort of in their head determines the size of a Bulldog, which is totally false. Because a good Bulldog is going to be thick, going to have big head, big shoulders, big bone, but doesn't mean that a 40-pound Bulldog is even taller than the Frenchie. And in this case wasn't. Milkman's almost 40 pounds, a lot shorter than the Frenchie. And I know I always say it, but it's cool to see it. And that's why we got DePump, so you can see the difference. And honestly too, like a lot of people like Frenchies like English and vice versa. So it gives you that perspective. They are different dogs. English Bulldogs are normally going to be a calmer, sweeter, less aggressive dog. Not in my opinion, just facts. Frenchies are a little bit more prey-driven, a little more wild, a little more high energy, and good for the younger people, even older people too. But now you get to see the difference. I like showing you that. That's why we brought the Frenchie DePump into the program. And also too, I do like Frenchies, and it's going to be cool studying them out. And I might maybe get a couple of Frenchies and with the same DaBestBulls mindset, structure, health, functionality, temperament, move into Frenchies a little bit, just dabble. English are my true love, never getting away from them, staying mainly on English, but we might add a couple of Frenchies to the program, because I do have a soft spot in my heart for them. So, whenever all that stuff, the Frenchies, comparing the size, let me know what you think in the comments. Again, follow us on all platforms for everything Bulldog related, informational, educational, entertaining content on all the platforms. So like I always do, I love showing off the puppies. And these are the Milkman puppies. I've been talking a lot about the Milkman, but he's doing it to himself. They're a little dirty. They just got done eating. You can see they need to be cleaned up. And that's actually what we're going to be doing next with the puppies. But the Milkman, the reason I'm talking about it so much is he's amazing, one, looking, and then two, he comes from good lines, and three, he's been producing amazing. Every single one of his litters has been awesome structured. These puppies are 4.5 weeks. They are super small, very compact, very thick. This is a little boy right here. And we call this like our panda line / the Milkman line, because the Milkman's the head of our panda line, black and white. I love it. This is a little girl, and this is a little girl. Most likely these two little girls are gonna be micros. This is actually a black and white. This is a blue and white. But the Milkman, this is a bold statement, but as far as studs have gone that I have seen, I have never seen a stud be so consistently amazing so far. In my eyes, a good stud is a stud that can produce majority of the puppies really good, but Milkman's like producing every single one. Like every single one is a compact, very thick, very pretty, proper dog. And we have now data from the milkman's puppies growing up, and they're very healthy, move really well, look really good. So not only do they look good as puppies, but now we have, you know, pups of the milkman that are over a year old now and look awesome. So let me know in the comments what you think of these puppies. We got the blue pie girl, the black pie girl, and the black pie, or the black and white boy right here. But they're awesome. Look, they're starting to play now. And 4 weeks old, they're only gonna, I mean, puppies don't get their full thickness until around 7 to 12 weeks, so they're gonna get way, way cuter, way, way nicer. And they already look so nice. You know, in my opinion, I love this little girl. I like both of them. This is probably pick of the litter. But the milkman puppies, we're gonna go back inside now, and we gotta clean these puppies, and we gotta clean some Fury puppies. We gotta clean some Fury puppies too. After they eat, biting me hard. After they eat, you don't want to let the milk sit on them because we do a milk mixture of food. So let's get into that right now. So we got Fury babies. This little girl is awesome. Going on 4 weeks old now, going on 5 weeks, and so we're obviously I'm filming episode 2, season 2, DaBestBulls Ranch. Today is the first day I sort of put the saucer down and let them just go. And what happens sometimes is that one will eat and another one will come over the other one to try to eat because they're all year round and they sort of push each other into it. And normally I'm there and I sort of hold them and make sure. But they're old enough now, they've been doing that a little bit. Anyhow, they got crazy dirty. So, because I didn't watch them, that's the price I pay, I'm gonna clean them. So, I have already given these puppies a bath with soap. A lot of people ask me what soap I use. I use some different soaps. I've been using this one. It's a hemp shampoo and conditioner. Aragan and coconut works really well. I like it. I try to just get more organic ones. But I'm actually not going to use soap right now. So you don't want to use too much product on your dogs. And normally you should you should clean your dog with product every 2 weeks. So, but water is fine. You can rinse your dog off every day if you want, pretty much. I always have my hand, when I'm doing puppies, I always keep my hand there to make sure it's not too hot or cold. And I'm just gonna clean this little girl off. Cool thing about puppies this age, you can actually tell their temperament. So watch, this girl is very chill. And I've known that since she was like 2 weeks old, she's very chill. And you'll see other ones that come in there are a lot more wild. Now with the head, I don't want to like aspirate them or whatever, or just try or drown them sort of. So I just get my hand wet and wipe off their face. But these are Fury puppies. They look awesome. Fury has been one of our top producers for puppies forever. He's been so consistent in producing really good tempered. Fury's like one of our amazing, super sweet boys. I mean, all of them are sweet, but he produces really, really well. One thing, I was gonna say something super important, and I forget. I'm just trying to get off all the crust and clean her up. But if I remember, let me think. So, I use the blow dryer method too sometimes, but at this age they're a little bit bigger. So I use the blow wet dryer because on really small young puppies, you cannot rub them good enough to dry them. Honestly, like I'm like super like cautious. I get scared, so I only rub them a little bit and I blow dry them. This puppy can be rubbed pretty good now. And one thing, I did say I fed them, but they ate like about an hour ago, so I let them their belly at least sit, and now I'm cleaning them off. And this is honestly constant. Even if I was watching them, I'd probably still have to, give them a little bath. Oh, the thing I was gonna say, and I know people are gonna say this is disgusting, you clean the puppies in your sink. Every time I show a video of cleaning puppies in my sink, they do that. People say that, and what do you think about it? Let me know first in the comments what you think. Pause the video. Let me know what you think about cleaning the puppies or dogs in your sink. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'll tell you what I think. I think that's the 21st century, that there's amazing cleaning products that kill 99.99% of the bacteria, and all I have to do, and before I even put the puppies in, the sink was cleaned with antibacterial stuff, and after I do that, I clean that antibacterial stuff, and we don't even wash our dishes in the sink. Our dishes get rinsed in the sink and put in a dishwasher that puts it into boiling hot water that again desanitizes it with cleaner. That's the cleanest way. And that's the way you should, honestly, with puppy stuff, you should put them in the dishwasher too, because it gets to such a hot temperature, it kills the majority of the bacteria. Anyway, that's my little rant. If you don't like me putting puppies in the sink, I'm sorry. But I love bulldogs, and they get to do what they want in my house. All right, so this little girl, I've been cleaning her, rubbing her. She's clean. She might be a little shaky, but check her out. I love her. Probably gonna be my keeper. Another puppy, Fury boy. Again, dirty. I love doing these like live action kind of, I don't know what they're called, like, is it called like POV or something? Where like, I'm just doing this is what I'd be doing anyway. Even if I wasn't filming episode 2, season 2 of the Best Bulls Ranch, I'd have to clean these puppies. So it's cool, I get to clean puppies, do a video for you, and sort of drop some knowledge too, and help answer questions or inform you. At the same time too, also it might stimulate you with a good question that will help me, and like later on in the future, do a whole nother video, because it's a really good question. So if you have any questions and I don't answer them, or I haven't answered it yet, just in the comments, leave a question. Or hit me up on any of my social media platforms, IG, Tik, all other ones, we'll list them, and DM me there, write me personally to my number, all those things, and I'll answer the question for you, and if it's a really good one, or I haven't talked about yet, I may even do a whole nother video / the Best Bulls episode on it. So, and I hope I'm not, I know like every time I do stuff like this, people get real like mad, they get being too rough, whatever. I'm not being too rough. You notice how I never got the water on his face. He's cool. On top of that, doing things like this with your puppies, one, I mean, it shows the care. My puppies get rinsed off all the time, bathed all the time, and then two, it's socializing this puppy. Even though this puppy genetically is from Fury, so naturally going to be a very sweet, loving, good-tempered dog. I'm giving it baths, getting used to water, putting hands on him a lot, and making him a better, environmentally trained social dog for their future home. So it's really good. All these things. It's not good like, that's why I talk about like get from a breeder that does the right things, does everything good. Because like, not trying to throw people on the bus, but I mean this is why breeders get a bad name, is just sometimes breeders will have puppies, put them in a cage and survival of the fittest, and not feed them. I mean they'll feed them, but not clean them, not keep them perfect. And not only does it's not good for the dogs, healthy for the dogs, it's not mentally good for the dogs, socially and all those things. So he wants to get out. He's getting a little annoyed. Just trying to dry him because I don't want him to get like cold. And I rub. It's not too hard, don't worry. There we go. I try to make it as enjoyable as possible because, obviously you don't want to have a bad experience, but at the end of the day, he's just getting used to it. But he's good. He's cool. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cute now. Check him out. On to the next Fury puppy. And next, cute little lilac try, Fury daughter. And just wait. Follow all my channels because I'm going to be posting these puppies. They're young right now, not even 5 weeks old. Just wait until they're 7 weeks old. The thickness on these puppies, see this girl, she's a little bit more hyper wound up and she also doesn't like as much. You see all the caked up food on the head? This is just from one feeding. The food that we give them at this age is a very watery-ish kind of food, mixed with goat's milk, S black, and dry dog food ground up. So it's very easy to make them into a big mess. Flip her over, rinse her belly. See how she squirms a lot more? Notice the difference between her and the black one? Most likely this one's gonna be a little bit more like of a rambunctious girl. The black girl is very, very, very calm. And little things like that, show me sort of what the dog's gonna be like older in the future. Not everything, but I can just tell you that black girl is gonna be a calmer dog. And that's why I like to get so much information from my future homes of my dogs. Like I talk to everyone on the phone and ask them questions because it helps me best recommend a dog. Like if you, for example, you're older, sort of, retired and want a very chill dog, then I probably wouldn't recommend this girl to you. If you have kids, you live in the country, you have a lot of space, don't live in an apartment, all that stuff, then this dog I would recommend more to you. And you know, granted, I could be wrong, but I've found, and been doing this for a long time now, that like this girl, I would be willing to bet a lot of money that she's going to be a little bit more rambunctious, energetic than the black girl. The black girl's going to be a calmer dog. And you know, bulldogs as a whole are very calm. So like no matter what you get a bulldog, they're normally going to be a lazy type of dog. But that being said, I would just say that this girl's going to be a little less lazier than the black dog. You know. And that's both great. But again, that's why I ask people questions, and it helps me give someone the best home possible for their dog, because I know now, okay, you're probably not going to go to an apartment, right, baby? You're not for the apartment, and you know, just a older retired person that doesn't want any kind of playing, right, baby? She's done, all clean. 3 of 3. If you want to see the rest of our bulldogs, rest of this litter, the puppies, everything, follow our progress. I post different stuff on every platform. 1, because every platform is different. 2, because I don't want to post the same stuff on every single platform. It gets boring. Why would you follow me? So if you're on Tik, you see different stuff. If you're on IG, you see different stuff. If you're on the Tube, you see different stuff. If you're on any other platforms, I'm not even naming, but we have tons of different platforms. So follow us on all them, and you get to see other platforms. Get to see more puppies, more dogs, more studs. Ask me more questions, whatever you need. Appreciate you. Once again, thank you so much for watching The Best Bulls Ranch Season 2, Episode 28. We went over so much. Leave comments down below. Hit me up personally. Text me personally. Call me personally. We have numbers and all that stuff right there. If you have any questions, any concerns, whatever, I appreciate all my followers. So regardless of anything, I would love to help you out. And definitely stay tuned for Season 2, Episode 29.